MB Enclosures has his own YouTube channel, and this guy is an animal when it comes to designing boxes.
Unbelievable. I couldn't even believe that there was 2 8s in there.
This guy right here is doing something special.
I welcome y'all to MBE. What you about to see, box building in a different league. In this SQL scene, believe that money ain't a thing when it comes to its kings. Now that's fact, not fiction. Call 44694 48 then 18. Don't matter, you got 4 8s or 1 8 or anything between. He got what you need.
This is my crew. This is my gang. These are my kings. Okay, so here we are with the Trinity Audio H65 frequency free air test. This is where we test the surround and working in conjunction with the spider, which in this case is a dual space spider. You actually have 2 spiders that are spaced from this pack, maybe a quarter of an inch apart from each other. They are, it says, from what it says on the paperwork, they are progressive roll spiders. Yeah, progressive roll spider pack. We're listening forward to see how quiet it is. This is an open source basket, so the noise that you hear common in this basket, you might hear and say, yeah, I know about that. I myself know about how this basket roughly sounds. It's not as quiet as a salve because this is an open source basket. And they scale this up to a 10. Some people scale up to a 12, 15, or whatever. And it's just used to hold the suspension, so to spin the soft parts. But we want to hear that they chamfer this correctly in these vent holes on the voice coil. Because if you have to use a shallow mountain depth, velocity, if the velocity of the chamfer is not sufficient enough to minimize the velocity of the air being moved as it cools the voice coil, you can hear that and colorize your bass. Okay, that's why an inferior basket can colorize your bass as well too. So we want to see how everything is working in conjunction, and just to check it, see how quiet it is, how far it moves visibly to the air in the free air environment. No resistance, so a significant portion of the power is actually going to make it to the driver, I would assume. So let's go from 20 to 45 hertz, because that's what a true bass purist, we all agree, is pretty much what we want to hear. And let's see how it moves there in 30 seconds. You're looking for any dimpling. This is powered by 1200 Falls Gate 1200 Prime 1200 at 1 ohm. Oh, it's quiet. Very quiet. Moving nice. 12 millimeters of X-Max. Inside the gap both ways. Now I want y'all to pay attention, and that's why I tell you with 6.5, you definitely want to get as much cone area as you possibly can. Because you're already shrinking it down in size. Right? I like cone area a lot. And I want you to look at the side. Look at that side profile. Do you notice that as the woofer goes out, the surface area actually diminishes? Do y'all see that? Look at that. Yeah. So you see what stays constant throughout the stroke is going to be what's at the apex. And what is that, fellas? What is actually the cone? That's the amount of air that's going to stay, and that's what gives you your best sound, most impactful sound, more efficient sound with the power you're using. Then woofers that just focus primarily on the stroke. Okay, that's good. You got a good stroke. Ain't nothing wrong with the stroke. But how much of your surface area is being minimized when you do that stroke like that? Like what that came to mind, because I'm sitting back here and I'm looking at this. I was looking at that. That's that Sundown U6.5. And I've said that, yeah, it moves a whole lot, but as you can see, as a woofer moves throughout the stroke, as it gets to the top of the stroke, what's going to stay constant is what's at the smallest point down. That amount of air has always been moved all the time. But as the woofer goes to the top of his apex, less forces are being applied to the outer edges because they're diminishing, but the constant is staying the same. So it leads to a more balanced and more balanced and pronounced sound. Now that's great. I've seen that new, and I stopped that. Now I'm gonna really move it. So I'm gonna put a bass restoration on it. I'm gonna go like 45 hertz here. Boom. And I'm gonna go up another half an octave and go up. I'm gonna go back down though. I'm going 45 to 65. Boom, boom, boom. And let's see how I move at higher frequencies. Remember, it's not gonna move very far here. All right, boom. Quick burst. Let me get this down so y'all can see it. See, as its frequency starts getting higher, the amount of excursion that the cone move decreases. And that's where you get your greatest SPL from. That's why people meter around this area. The wolf is moving a lot in a short period of time. Compacting there. It's easier to get high SPL scores and higher frequencies. Then as you see, look, as the woofer starts going down in frequency, it starts to move more. It's starting to have to do less moves, so you're not able to really compact something. You're not really able to compact nothing because you're getting less moves per stroke. And remember when I told you, same thing applies. Look, you can see it good here. As it starts moving to the top of its apex, and it's narrowing. Exactly. So the constant force is staying on that column there above the cone. The rest of it is diminishing as the woofer moves towards its apex. So it's easier to get SPL when you go higher than you go lower. So your box is going to have to come into play here. Your box. What kind of box you're going to use to make up for this inefficient design? And can it achieve a lot of SPL down low? It's far easier to do it up top than it is down low. Now I want to show y'all something. Boom. Now, you see at the frequency 45 to 65. Now I'm going to take the epicenter. Well, yeah, I got this one up on the wall here. I'm going to take the epicenter because I use it in the home. I don't use it in the vehicle no more. And I'm going to cut that in half. I'm going to take the epicenter about halfway. So it's going to take that 45 down to 20, but use the same amplitude as what is being powered here at 45. It's going to take 65. It's going to cut that in half to 32. Y'all get what I'm saying? Everything you see is going to just take it down 20 hertz. So you're going to go from 20 to 45 again, but with the same pitch and amplitude that you have at higher frequencies, which makes the woofer moves a lot. And let me let y'all see it move. Let's see. Let's really test out this QMS. Really move the woofer because I'm using a high amplitude, but I'm playing a lower hertz, dropping it down and keeping the same pitch. That's nice. Let me give a little bit more. Still not dampening. Stay with them. Stay with them. Maybe he'll be back and help you work even more with what he already designed anyway. But it's just nice for a budget 6.5. Nice. How much is a nice stroke? Very nice. No bottom out. No excessive vent noise. Yeah, I can work with this. It's nice, $219. Let's see what it sounds like inside a. Putting one inside of a. Putting one. Cut this off. Putting one inside of one in a ported enclosure really wouldn't be all that fun. 0.35, 0.65. You don't gain so much with such a small cone area. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna put it in a horn. I'm gonna put it in a horn and see just to see how loud I can make. My goal is to hit to attain a 130 with one. Attain a 130. I can take 1.8 to a 130. 133, almost 134 in a horn. I'm gonna see what I can do with this 6.5. And of course, 33 and below, baby. 33 and below. Y'all stay tuned. I'm gonna get out to you. Peace.